HPM at 7. My name is Pierce Mentorship, and today we have a special guest coming from our own city of Lincoln, Nebraska. Please help me welcome Archimedes Halsey. Archimedes, kind of like we were discussing backstage, you're taking this class that involves the honors program, the honors peer mentorship, and some of the things that you've been doing in that class, along with how it's changed your perspective. Now to start, I just want to ask you a couple questions and kind of just get some feedback on how this opportunity to take this class has changed your perspectives on some things. So, to start, how has your perspective on one or more of the three pillars changed over the semester? Yeah, Pierce, to answer your first question, I would say for me personally, in regards to the three pillars, my perspective on what they are hasn't really changed, but rather I've grown a better understanding of what they mean here at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. For example, in the first unit of my peer mentorship class, it was health and well-being, and now I have a better understanding of the resources here at Lincoln. For example, there's a thing called CAPS, and if I'm ever feeling in a pinch or if I'm feeling overwhelmed, I can simply schedule an appointment and meet with a counselor. Very nice, very nice. Secondly, describe your experience with the HIs and SMART goals and how you apply the information you learned from them going forward. Yeah, for the honors impacts, I would say that they were amazing. They were probably my favorite part of the class. It was really cool how, like, for the first one, we not only talked about different ways to, fit the pillar of health and well-being, but we got to enjoy these cookies that were also gluten and dairy-free, which were very good for my stomach personally. And then we also got to visit East Campus, which was really cool. Prior to that honors impact, I was never been over to East Campus, and seeing all the cool things there, like the bowling alley and the food options there is very cool. And then finally we got to write a letter to someone we know, and I just thought that was really nice that we got to carve out time to write an appreciation letter to one of our friends. That really means a lot to us. So yeah. Oh, very cool, very cool. I loved how you got to eat those cookies that were gluten and dairy free. Very cool. I also think it's very cool how you wrote a letter to one of your friends, and that you got to see East Campus. Not a lot of students get over there. So that's great, that's great. My third question to you is, honor students are leaders on campus. What does a campus leader mean to you? And how will you use the three pillars to live that definition? Yeah, in terms of what a leader means to me, I would just say that it's someone that is always doing what is right. They are, even when no one's looking, they're doing what is expected to be done. On top of that, it's someone that is always there for others. Being a leader, people look up to you, and having the responsibility but also willingness to help out no matter what, even if you're busy yourself, that is what a leader should do. And when someone's in trouble or like struggling with something, giving a lending hand is always the best thing. And to me, that really is what defines a leader. And in terms of how I would use the three pillars to live that definition, in terms of community engagement, that would mean inviting them to a campus event or even going with them to a football or volleyball game. Leaders are people who aren't afraid to step up. They aren't afraid to put themselves out there for others. And then also, relating this to the pillar of well-being, it could be as simple as getting coffee with a friend and seeing how their life is going. So yeah, I would say that's how I do it. To continue, what is one challenge you experienced your first semester, and how did you overcome it? Yeah, that's interesting question, because I think I would probably answer it different than most. But for me, one challenge that I experienced here my first semester at UNL was probably just how to have a social life. A lot of people find that pretty easy, and it's mainly classes or the workload. But for me, that really hasn't been that bad. Because I've been so busy though, it's hard to find time to socialize. And the way that I've been able to do it, and I've learned over the semester, is I really just have to schedule time in my schedule to spend time with friends, because if I don't, then I'll just end up doing homework or going to Westbrook to practice. So yeah, that's probably been the biggest challenge I've had this first semester. Now, my penultimate question to you is, what is one goal you have for yourself going forward? In terms of having a goal, one goal that I have is that I make lots of connections outside of my major. Pretty much my entire day is spent in Westbrook besides my honors seminar and peer mentorship. So I think it would be a great goal to have to branch out my connections, just really connect with people that have other interests, see what their point of view is on stuff, and really just, broaden my view on, because there is so many majors here at UNL, and learning different stories will really allow me to be more of a well-rounded person and understand different perspectives in life. Well, looks like we're running out of time, so this will be my last question to you. And that is, what dimension of Husker Power have you cultivated the most in your first semester? And what are you hoping to develop further throughout your undergraduate career? In terms of Husker Power, one, dimension that I've kind of cultivated is well-being. To begin with, music school can be stressful at times. There's a lot going on. Thankfully, the way I've been able to manage it so well is by having people that I can go to talk to, The way talking, just allows you to relax and just get out your thoughts rather than, put them in is, just really nice. And I feel like I've resonated well with the well-being aspect of that. And then, so yeah, I appreciate you allowing me to answer these questions, Pierce Mentorship. Anyways, it was a pleasure talking to you. See ya. Very nice, very nice. Well, folks, that's all the time we have today. Please help me thank Archimedes Halsey for joining me in this amazing interview that we had. We'll catch you next time at HPM at 7.